Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream today. I am this Dad's Platinum Journey. We are doing a bonus stream today. It's not our usual Friday night stream. It's a Tuesday, and we're going to be checking out the Final Fantasy XVI. Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 demo here. Hello, good evening, Maxine. How are you doing? How are we, guys? Right. I don't want to waste too much time here because there's a lot that I want to get through here today because there's actually 2 demos. And Pete's in the chat as well. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, man? Yeah, we've got a couple of demos to go through. We're going to do the prologue here first of all. And if you've got a little bit of time at the end, I do want to go and do the Iconic Challenge, which is a really cool little section of the game that we're going to be able to play here. So, guys, I'm going to take you through over to this screen here. I'm not too sure whereabouts the best position for me to be at the moment, so I might end up changing this a little bit in a moment, but we'll see how things go here. But guys, I hope we're all doing very well today, of course, having a wonderful day. It is a wonderful day to be alive because of course the Final Fantasy 16 demo is out. Hello, how you doing, Nick? Yes, bonus stream. I had to do one for this, guys. I had to do one. So guys, we're going to start a new game here. We're going to jump straight into it. I have done a full playthrough. I had to play it last night. I had to get on there and do it. I will be doing frame rate here. I will be doing story focus. Now, the reason why I'm going to do story focus is because you get the rings. And I'm going to try and do a little bit of tutorial around those, just in case anybody's unfamiliar with them. We'll have a look at that a little bit later. Obviously, if you're very familiar with action games, you might be okay with going for the action focused. But for now, we're going to go for a nice story based on this one and get ourselves straight into it.
It was.
So who else has been playing this, guys? Is anybody kind of on the fence about this? Are we all playing? What are we doing?
The light of the mother crystals. And that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation.
Pete says I went through the whole thing last night. Nice. Yes. I was unfortunately working. I kept an eye on the PlayStation blog and the store and everything yesterday to see when this was going to be dropping. And at 9 AM I think it dropped yesterday, but I was not able to play until the evening. I had family around and I had the kids and everything like that to go with. Guys, just let me know if that might be too loud. Just let me know if that's any better for you guys. I want to make sure the volumes are okay for us, guys. Just let me know, because it's quite an action-heavy scene here. So we start this game off pretty red hot. We've got Phoenix going into the battle already against the Eikon of Fire, which I believe his name is called at this moment in time. Fireball. Okay. I've got to make sure that we evade at the right time here. I believe he's going to try and attack here. Oh, I still got hit. Did it a little bit too early. Volume is all fine on my end. Oh, thank you very much, Maxine. I want to make sure the game doesn't drown me out too much here. Oh. The music is absolutely incredible, like on this though. It's so awesome. We're going to be revisiting this scene a little bit later. This is just a nice little lead in, nice little tease. Oh. So awesome. Yeah, just let me know if for everybody else, it gets quiet now, so my voice will come through quite well anyway. So we join Clive and his companions here. we've seen a lot of this. You'd be surprised, like, just how much of, like, the trailers that they were showing, how much of it really was just the start of the game.
Camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind.
So that's the brand that these guys have been sort of had onto their faces.
Let's get this done.
So I don't know for you guys, it doesn't really tell you this in the game, but don't forget that we can do the active time lore. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. There's a few instances where you can do it. But yeah, here we go. I love this little look, this little scene here. You can stand around and the other NPC kind of like says something to you. It's quite funny. But look at that view! Whoa! Check it out.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yeah.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes. You can actually sort of turn around and have a little look again.
I said focus, Wyvern.
There we go. I love this view though. Just looking out there. We can go onto the main menu. There's not much on the main menu at this point in time. It's just the settings. There's nothing else we can really do here. But at the moment here, if you hold down the touchpad, you can get the active time lore up. It never actually tells you this during the tutorial, but you actually get a bit of information about the location, who you're with, and also it tells you about the branding here, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a nice little touches that, like, through the game, don't forget to sort of do this on a regular basis. You can kind of get an idea of a sense of like where you are and some of the characters. I think it's a really nice touch. So yeah, don't forget to do that. I can't actually run at this point in time. I'm just going to walk on this side. But this is a nice little... so you can either tilt it to gently walk or like full to fully run. But how's everybody's day? Are we up to much this evening? Are we sort of working on stuff? Am I sort of lurking material this evening? I've had a very productive day. My wife's certainly very happy. It looks stunning, doesn't it? My try on fidelity. My TV's not really like built for like fidelity stuff, I don't think. So it's an interesting one. It'd be good to definitely sort of try it out. I just never really do that well on fidelity mode. Yeah, it's definitely like worth like looking at because, you know, I think it kind of depends on what your TV kind of is Pete. If you've got a 4K TV, because that's where it'll really make a pop and it'll make a difference, but I really don't think mine kind of goes as high as that.
Why this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
You see the war kind of going on. It's such an interesting like point in the game though, because this is, you know...
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now.
This whole thing is quite interesting because you get introduced to some of the sort of major characters here, but we don't really know too much about them. So if you look here, so again, when you're in a cutscene, don't forget to look. Because again, it's going to tell you a little bit more about some of the people that are here. The Dalmatian Republic. Okay. And the kingdom. I can't remember what they pronounce this one. Is it like Woled? Woled? Yeah. So you're getting information about some of the guys that are here in this scene, which is always like worth thinking about. Like, make sure the active time law is being checked. Oh, I'm glad your day's been pretty good, Maxine. Oh, it's not been gay. Oh no, sorry. I started reading that. Oh no, couldn't get to sleep properly. Oh dear. Yeah, it's been really hot, hasn't it? It's really hot today as well. I'm hoping like the kids can kind of be okay. Like tonight, they were a bit warm last night. Bless them. We're having to sort. We put them to bed, and then we ended up like getting up in the night and just sort of like, you know,
so little faith in your own
like getting them dressed a little bit lighter so they could sleep a bit more comfortably. But yeah, bless them. It's a little sticky in here as well. I mean, it's warm up here anyway, but you've got like, you know, the PlayStation, the TV, the laptop, lights. It's all going on, so it just heats up in here. Doors closed. Got no airflow.
Has yet to take the field. And when he does,
I'm really looking forward to having that fight with him. He just looks like someone you just want to punch, don't you? I mean, he's made of stone, so probably not a great idea, but...
We would be fools to underestimate them.
But there you go.
What did you say?
I mean, this guy's huge.
Citadel be allowed to fall?
Boof.
The capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Yeah, that's all right, Maxine. Like, yeah, tomorrow's a new day. It's a new day for you. Get to bed early. I always recommend getting some ice packs on the old pillowcases. Get them underneath there. And it makes the pillow nice and cold. So when you put your head down, it's nice and refreshing. I always put... my other tip sometimes, most of the time for me, is I always get just like cold water in a bowl and just put your feet in it. Because the feet, for me, just sink in loads of heat. So I put them in cold water and it cools me right down. Ugh. But these two getting a little bit hot and heavy here, look.
you cock.
Benedicta.
Oh. How's it going, my bird?
Take care.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
Do you think she's really kind of playing him?
I'm not afraid of
Or is she really serious?
Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Got serious Game of Thrones vibes. Yeah, mate, seriously. It's the best way to really kind of describe it. It's sort of very Game of Thronesy. But it's still it's the setting and everything, isn't it? It's very you know, it's based on medieval Europe, medieval England. You know, there's different sort of regions. It's all very not like gothic. I was just trying to say the right term like through there. But yeah, it's got that nice sort of style to it, definitely. I have my fan on like all the time. I'd say the best thing to do is have the fan like by the window. I think that's the best way to do it. Is it by the window? Because if you have it just in the room, it's just blowing the hot air around the room. But if you have it by the window, then at least it blows the cold air sort of like into you. There's a nice little, again, it's a nice little vista. Like, hey, just look out to that. There's a shot there, look. Whoosh. Love it. The locations are just so detailed, and the only thing I will say though is like, do the clouds move? No. It's the only thing I'll say. It's like there's no cloud technology, as far as I'm aware. Like, they could take a lesson from Horizon when they do the old cloud technology going on here.
And quick and deadly.
As always. Take the van.
It's definitely a good idea, Maxine, just to keep the old, get the old pillow cool down, get some ice packs,
Something's not right.
and stick them in your pillowcase. They'll be all good as gold. Whoa, the size of it. The music.
Titan. So the Darmaks finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
Whoa. The size of it, though.
Ha! And look who's here to greet the bastard.
So obviously they prioritised the English translation here first, and then translated it into Japanese. So really, you know, we're getting the actual original like dialect, the way it's meant to be spoken in the game. The first time we've really ever had that in Final Fantasy. I need ice packs first. Oh, Maxine, get them sorted out. Get them done. Or just get Shiva. Like, get Shiva in. She can do this. Titan doesn't care. Oh, just look at the size of him. Absolutely. Like, how do you fight that? Here she comes. Oh man. These set pieces though are going to look so good in the game. Incredible. I feel like he's still got his rings on. If I look. Oh, our boys are getting in trouble here.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Uh-oh. Let's go. The running speed is not very quick on this one, so we'll go this way. Up. Oof. Just keep running, keep running, keep running. Oh, Titan and Shiva fighting over there. Whoa.
Anytime, Wyvern.
He's not exactly moving particularly quickly though. He does dawdle a little bit. Wow.
You're just gonna stand there?
I don't know if there's any active time lore in this bit. Okay, here we go, look. So we have Shiva, Titan, and I'm pretty sure we've already seen these two here. So yeah. Yeah. And our current location. That's it. I know it breaks up the cutscenes a little bit, but yeah, they are. If you've not done that yet, it's well worth doing. Whoa.
Wyvern! Wyvern!
Be interested to see why he's called Wyvern, though. There must be something, hopefully, that will get explained to us.
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Because I like this sort of like changing of timeline slightly, where it comes to when he's younger, slightly older, and then when he's old. I'm guessing the main game's getting done when he's in his 30s. Where like all of this is being done, obviously, to see what he has to go through. There we go. Right, so here we are. We're in Rosaria 2. Yeah, that confused me too.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Oh, here's Torgal.
Up now.
Here's our little boy. Oh. Haha.
Two arms.
Okay, so this is basically our battle tutorial here that we're going to have. With our Kingdom Hearts style wooden swords. Revisit combat training. Yeah, we'll go through it in terms of doing this on there.
Come, show me your form.
Okay, so he's going to ask us to go through a whole bunch of basic tutorial stuff here. Essentially just very quick. We can lock on here. There we go.
Very good.
Quick successions.
Such
Get those
swordsmanship
combos
will serve you
going.
well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without.
So he's been given the gift of the Phoenix, though he's not the dominant.
Rain
But he
fire
can
down
use the
upon you.
Phoenix's power. So the Eikons are able to gift their abilities to certain people, which I believe is kind of how dominants work. But yeah, he is able to...
Keep them coming. Excellent.
He's just going to sort of start to dodge things, so there we go. So I get it. Yep, Torgal, best boy. He's so good.
Wield the Firebird's flames
Torgal's
just as a
lovely.
first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't.
I really hope we get to see more of this guy, actually. I quite like him as a character. We get a lot of him in this demo, but going forward would be really nice to do. So evade. I always like to lock on with the L1.
Nice try.
But yeah.
How did you dodge that?
Oh, I did too early. Although, he does do...
Amazing.
There you go. He's quite easy to dodge.
Not quite.
But, you know, we get the...
Good.
Get the hang of the dodging mechanic here.
Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me.
Ah, so there's no...
Well, I'm waiting.
So through this section here, Phoenix has an ability where we're able to kind of draw in close to the enemy. So it's called Phoenix Shift.
Would that all our shields could move so swiftly.
There we go. It's nice to follow up with a counter strike as well. When you use the Phoenix Shift, you sort of jump in and come in quite quickly.
And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished.
Oh, it's going to give us a tutorial on the items.
Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Then we get ourselves... Use the directional buttons here to obviously get your consumables. We'll be able to do.
That'll have to be for now.
There we go.
That's better. Battle is a succession of...
I believe the last one here is just a sense of just a battle now. So it's kind of like our first sort of boss battle. Get to practice our battle sort of techniques here.
Or at the very least,
see how badly I do action combat.
Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never
The
ask.
puns this guy has.
Then, Lord Rosfield, spar with me. If you believe
Yeah, I like this.
yourself
I do like
worthy
this dude.
for
I think he's
Shield of
pretty
the
awesome.
Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
All right.
How that, me boy? Make proof of your strength.
The music. Dun, 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 dun. It's great. So breaking an opponent's will here. So a lot of the things we need to work on is obviously breaking their will, which causes them to stagger.
You're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
I tend to use a nice little counter,
Nice try.
and then you get into the stagger. Staggering your enemies. You get the execute the special icon abilities here. The problem is, there we go.
Well, it's time I took my own advice and used all the tools at my disposal.
There we go. Man, the fanfare in this is great. It's so epic. Whatever they say, I don't know. I don't know. It's so good.
He won! See? I told you he could do it.
Aye.
One thing I have to say, dodging with R1 is going to mess me up so much. Why is that? Why have you been playing that requires a different button?
You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise, including me.
I mean, my only other frame of reference is 7 Remake, with the circle button being dodge, and R1 beating the block button. Hey, how you doing, my man? How you doing? Very good, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Vlad, for coming down, buddy. I'm guessing you'll be at work? Are you doing classes? I think it's like the middle of the afternoon for you, isn't it? It's just so used to pressing circle, Pete. Yes. I mean, yeah. Hey, if you're playing FF7 Remake, it's the circle button. The dodging mechanic in this is very a lot better than what 7 Remake managed to do, though. I find
My shields look after
the dodge mechanic is like when you get that sort of perfect dodge, it has a really good game feel to it.
Coughing this morning.
It's fantastic.
You shouldn't be outdoors.
Vlad, you've got a PS5, haven't you? Have you been enjoying this as well?
Watch yourself.
His Grace has returned.
Father's back.
I legit just woke up. Oh, I don't have classwork today. Oh, nice. Save for FFU stuff. Nice.
Your Grace, please.
Oh,
this is no
fantastic,
place
Vlad.
for one such as
Awesome.
you.
Oh, that's
I
great.
would gladly
I'm glad you've
break
been enjoying
hell
it.
itself to see my darling
Did you
boy.
go through the story, like the story rather than action combat? Did you check out
Gentlemen,
the sort of the
Rosaria thanks
rings
you
that you
for
can
your
use?
indefatigable loyalty.
Had a little bit of a play of those.
We live to serve.
Oh, this lady. Ooh. Hmm.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I didn't check out the rings yet, but I'm going to do another story-focused playthrough. I definitely recommend it. There's no... from what I understand, there's no difference in difficulty between the two modes. It's just on the story focus, you get the rings. I feel like a lot earlier than you do in the action focus. I believe you do get them at some point, but they give you the rings at the start, which kind of gives you the option to have various sort of things going on. I have my preferences. I'll go through those in a little bit once we kind of get into it. But again, I don't think we've got some active time lore here. So again, just remember, this is key to kind of going through the game. I find that if you just get used to doing this, you get a lot of information like from these. So do check these out because they do go away as well. So you get to see Rodney, we've seen Annabella, Joshua, where we are here in the castle, and of course our boy Clive. You played on action focus, yes, yeah. You got to get used to the battle mechanics, really, don't you? I definitely had them sort of turned off at a certain point,
To treat your own flesh and blood.
just so I could kind of see what the combat was like.
Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
Well, yeah, that is true.
We should join them.
This prologue does a very good job of introducing these characters, though. Like, I really like Jill in this as well. Be interesting to see what happens. There has to be something that happens, because, you know, she's not a dominant yet. So she's... Yeah, like, I do too, Vlad. Yeah, that's it. Here comes our king. Oh, 100%, yeah. Can't wait to see how she grows up. That's it, like, she must be around. Because again,
Right,
with the... Once you get to the hideout, you get to see the relationships between the characters. And you get to sort of see Jill through the ages and see how her growth happens. So it'd be good to kind of like see that obviously like develop through on screen, but get that information come through would be nice. Here comes Torgal. He's your boy.
Quiet, Torgal. It's not your boy. Not now.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
He will make a fine hound.
Lift up your
Yeah, we all love Torgal.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Torgal's our boy. That's it.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
13 out of 10 from Maxine. 10 out of 10 from Vlad. Of course, of course.
We will talk there.
That's it. Guys, don't forget, if you're new here, if you consider obviously dropping a like, subscribing to the channel. It's always much appreciated from myself, of course. Try and help the channel to grow a little bit. And if you're watching on catch up, of course, on the old VOD. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Oh, Torgal. Aww.
Where do you think
Little
you're
pups.
going?
You got to imagine, like, Torgal's
Clive
probably
here is
quite an
off to see
old
the
dog by the
Archduke.
time he comes round to, like, Clive being in his 30s. If Torgal's a pup here and he's, like, 16, Torgal's got to be, like, 15 or 16 years old himself, like, by the time we kind of get to play as Clive in later life. That worries me a little bit. Finding your way. So you can use the L3 button to go round here.
I'm not sure.
There's not too much to look at. You can sort of go around and there's a few people to chat to. The active time lore, you do now get the Elwyn, the king, as well to have a look at. And Torgal, there he is. Clive's 15 here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Torgal's got to be 15 for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it worries me that he's an old dog by the time we get round to him.
blood are skilled warriors. You could learn a thing.
There's a little bit to have a look at here, but to be honest with you, there's not really too much really to kind of go and have a look at. I do want to kind of crack on with the stream a little bit and kind of get us moving on, but I'm sure you guys want to sort of see a few bits if you're new to this. A bit of Rosaria Castle. There's an item round here that we can nab, so we can kind of start picking these up. I like the fact that they're quite easy to spot, and the only thing is obviously chests aren't as easy to spot as well, so you've got to look out for those. You get yourself some items here.
Phoenix will be with us.
But obviously this is where our training area is. We can talk to the guy again a little bit, but it doesn't really say too much. We've got another little scene here coming up. Because I want to kind of get into the sort of the battles a little bit here. The prologue is very story heavy, so there's not really a lot for me to really do. So I kind of want to get to some of the battle stuff a little bit later as well. So I want to get through this prologue.
Bow to him, you fool! Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble, really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more.
But this is obviously, you know, I suppose what it would be like to be in this situation as a prince, as a king.
To be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
But I wonder if this guy's going to come back. Like, he's not got any lore, has he? No. Oh, no, he has. This guy does have it. The bearer, a person with the power to cast magics without a crystal. So these guys here, he's actually branded, but he is actually able to cast magic, which is quite an interesting take on some of the people that live in Valencia. Yeah. Ingrained in Valencian life that few take pity upon the bearer's plight, seeing them as less than human. It's a shame, isn't it? Yeah. And the brand is here, look. So the brand's back again. So these things get updated the more you kind of see things as well. So it's quite interesting as you develop the game. They update and they change up as they go through. But yeah, I wonder if this guy's going to come back again.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Yeah.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
Definitely gonna have to get used to using the ATL stuff. Yeah. It's a weird thing because obviously when I first played it, I didn't want to interrupt any cutscenes, but I think it's good to it is good to show you guys as well. There's extra stuff and extra context around the game. I feel like you might be able to like do these things potentially like after the cutscene's finished. So once it's finished, you can sort of go in and like do it. But I think we do have the data log. That's right. So the data log comes a little bit later on once we get to the place. But
Looks like they're getting
there
ready for
is
supper.
an item we can nab as well, which I'm gonna do. We've got these stairs here, and all the way down and along. We'll nab this guy here. A high potion. There we go. Yeah, it looks like you can go in at the end too.
Wheat harvest
Yeah.
is down again.
So this is like
War ends up dragging on, we'll starve.
another thing of like this. Yeah, we have a slave master.
I'm having my bearer fill the well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
So yeah, like they the crystals obviously give the power like to the land. But these sort of bearers have that ability without the power of the crystal, from what I gather. Very interesting. Let's go through here.
Nice and quiet in here.
Again, there's a couple of items to nab as well. I don't think there's anything on the left side, but there is on the right, I remember. This dude's just checking out the wall here for some reason. What are you doing, look?
My lord, it's not how it looks. I'm inspecting the castle walls by order of the Duchess.
Inspecting the castle walls by order of the Duchess. Very strange. Right, so if we head all the way over to the far side here, there is actually an item we can grab. So we'll do that. There it is. I wonder if we'll get things like Phoenix Downs, like, and they're usable like in Crisis Core. It's one of the things I've thought about of like, I wonder if this is like a thing that we're going to be able to do. The Duchess is here.
Before your own. Do you understand? Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, she's really passionate. Oh, here's Jill with Torgal. Hello. Oh yeah. There we go. So we've got to use the R2 button. It's one of those obligatory gameplay mechanics of hold R2 to push door. I've got to say though, the DualSense features of this game is outstanding. It's so good. Not gonna lie, sounds like something she'd ask for. Yeah. Yeah. Aw, poor Torgal. But yeah, like when you play this game, it's so immersive. Like you feel everything going on inside this. They've done a lot of good work with it. The resistance on the triggers is like fine. I turned mine down anyway because mine broke when I played Forbidden West.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
So this is where we're going to be obviously moving forward with the story.
Blood will not relinquish it easily.
And Clive gets his first little mission here, which I've really enjoyed.
Right for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
Oh. The size of the throne, though.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
Here we go. Rodney's like, I heard nothing. Yeah, exactly. And we can chat to Rodney here as well.
This war we mean to wage.
You get a little bonus cutscene here if you want to see it.
Control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish.
But all we really got to do is go up and reside into our
May your blade strike true.
Into our quarters. I don't think there's any items up here, but I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was one that I actually could grab up here from before. So I'm gonna have a little look. So I think there is something. I'm fairly certain there was, but maybe there wasn't. Because that's where we need to be. This little view just up the top here. Woo! Look at that! Check it out. Yeah. So nice. Right, I don't think there was an item up here. I'm fairly certain there wasn't. Nah, I don't think there is. Okay. Let's progress the story on through to here. And we're going to be heading off in now. We get a little bit of a glimpse in now of the kind of like the world map as well. And we have this cutscene here between Rodney, not Rodney, Elvin and Arabella.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
I'd be interested to know, like, what his illness really is here.
But the boy is also the Phoenix.
I don't really know what his,
You can't keep
what was really going on with Joshua at this point in time.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was
The
rejected,
lighting is
Elwyn.
pretty impressive as well. I really like what they've
has
done.
No place for such a failure. He is worthless. A man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son.
This probably isn't what she wants to hear, really, is it? I know Clive has chastised Joshua a bit for using his powers at the training field. Okay. So maybe it was something to do with that. Definitely wondering that too. Yeah. It's definitely a mystery. I don't really know what...
sense of grace the gutter.
Yeah, what his deal is at the moment.
We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
Ooh, she's mean, isn't she? Ooh. Don't know if I trust her. Yeah, there's so much like there is so much cutscene like to kind of get through. I'm glad we're gonna get some gameplay soon.
Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star.
But it's nice to see how this relationship kind of blossoms and grows here. It's like a brotherly sister.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not
Oh,
going
bless
to
her.
place
She
a message
worries
for your
about
safe
him, doesn't
return,
she?
I shall just have to do it for you.
Oh, she's so sweet with these guys.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Well, yeah, she already
Since
knows
coming
that.
here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last.
It seems not so.
But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
He's definitely got some power, as does Clive.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Okay, maybe we'll actually get through these cutscenes here, and we'll be able to get ourselves...
Good night, Clive.
Okay. Okay, we're going to meet our companions for our journey here. I love it. Ambrosia. Fantastic name.
I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Good luck.
Hey, how's it going, Fuzz? Not too bad, Simon. I am having the best time with this game, buddy. It's really awesome. I was sort of catching in and out of your stream yesterday, bud. Yes. Vlad and I are huge fans of your channel, Fuzz, of course. Vlad's one of our wonderful, obviously, editors as well over at FF Union.
Open the gates.
But yeah, how are you finding it, mate? Did you, I think you played action-focused as well, I think. Have you sort of checked out the story-focused mode and seen some of the rings that you can use?
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix.
I would definitely think it would be worth a video, maybe, if you're checking out some of the content for this. Here's these two. Don't forget the old active time lore. Yeah. So, what have we got this time here? So, we've got some of the actual things. Elwyn has been updated. We get one for Ambrosia as well. So, we actually get a little bit of a person of interest. We get our Chocobo. So, we get to find out a little bit about
We're ready to depart, my lord.
Love it.
May I say what an honour it is to serve alongside you?
I didn't try the rings yet, but we'll give them a go at some point. I think they're definitely worth a look, you know. As far as I'm aware, there's no difficulty difference between the two modes. It's just you get those, you can kind of customize, and you can kind of customize your playstyle slightly more.
Beastmen are a fierce foe.
I definitely have my own personal thoughts on them, but everybody's obviously an individual, so they'll have their own ones that they're going to want to try and use.
Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
Oh, these two are great, aren't they? I really wanted them to be Biggs and Wedge. I just felt like that was needed here. I needed a Biggs and Wedge. But I'll send my regards over to your wife as well, Fuzz. I hope she's feeling okay. The heat is obviously going to be very hot, so I can understand it can be quite uncomfortable for her. So I hope she's doing okay, mate. Right, so this is our open world. We don't actually have that much mobility around here. We can literally only go to our destination. So Clive is here. We're going to be going over to Stillwind, which is just off of the main castle grounds here a little bit. Get stuff in here. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, if you're following along, I definitely recommend using the active time lore when you're playing through the game. Just make sure you can kind of drop on there, and it gives you a lot of information about what's going on, what's happening, the characters that you're with. I love them Biggs and Wedge vibes. Man, that's what I was hoping for, but we got Wade and Tyler instead. Maybe we'll find Biggs and Wedge at some point, because we already know who Sid is. So we already have that.
Keep your eyes open for those.
Okay, we are finally at a real good gameplay section. Yeah, you must be like, what, 2-3 weeks out now? So yeah, getting close, man. Like, yeah, all the best. Okay, so we get like these nice little missions coming up. These are the timely accessories. So I know some of you haven't had a chance to look at these yet. So, oh, wrong one, sorry. We're going to jump onto here. So if we go onto the gear and icons, we only really sort of have the abilities that we've got right now. And there's nothing else that we can actually select. But down here, we actually have 4 of them that we have equipped. I'm going to take them off here. So this is the Ring of Timely Strikes here that I'll show you first of all. Essentially, when you have this equipped, it makes combat a lot more simplistic in terms of using the abilities. Obviously, right now, you don't really get a good sense of it. But we'll sort of show you how that looks in some regards here. So we'll head our way down this way.
The most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
This whole thing is just being completely run down. We've got a nice little item around this side here, which we're going to nab. We're going to grab this. I think it's a potion. Oh, there's a couple of gil. And then we're going to head underneath here. Gonna pop out to make some dinner. Mate, nice one. Yeah, no worries, Vad. Thank you so much for dropping in. It's always nice to get to chat to you, buddy. Oh, thanks very much. Yeah. Draw your swords and axes. And then just step on a stick. I like the design of the goblins. They are, yeah, disgustingly realistic, aren't they?
With me.
They go down pretty easy. So we've got the magic burst here. But essentially, it automatically drew you in and uses the abilities. And all I did there was press square. I literally... And it uses almost like an auto battle sort of mechanic. So that is what that ring will do for you. It makes things a little bit easier for you to kind of go about your combat. So other ones here, which is the Ring of Timely Focus. This one I actually prefer. For me, this is the best one. What it will do is it will give you a sort of a window to dodge. is it kind of slows down the time slightly, and it gives you a button prompt to make your evasion. So I actually quite like it, because for me personally, the attacking one, I don't tend to like it too much. And the main reason is when you stagger the enemy and you want to use like your big abilities, you've already used them and then they're on a cooldown. So then you don't actually get to use them when you really want to. So I would say it's great for people that maybe want a little bit of assistance in combat and don't want too much to think about. But just be aware of that fact that when you do stagger the enemy, that your best abilities aren't going to be available to you.
Have care, my lord.
But for me, we're going to show you a little bit about how this works.
There's more.
So when they come in for the attack, if they do attack me, maybe, come on.
Not quite.
Does this. So it gives you that little R1 prompt. You see that? I'll show you again here if you get it to attack.
Not quite.
And it gives you that little second just to kind of give you a little bit of a dodge. Loot. We need to get some kill here. There we go. Pretty simple stuff. But yeah, I quite like the timely focus. I think it's a really nice ability to have. It kind of helps you in battle here. I'm fairly certain we can go in here and grab a potion or something. So let's just do that. A potion. Cool. So what else have we got? We've also got this timely healing as well. This one's quite self-explanatory. It basically just, when it falls below a certain level, it will use a potion automatically. Now, if you remember Metal Gear Solid, you were able to equip your rations, and then as soon as your health dropped down, it would automatically use one. It's kind of like that. But the Ring of Timely Evasion here that we're going to do, when equipped, Clive will automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. So as long as they're not, like I say, as long as you can, he will automatically move out of the way. So if you want to actually just, I don't want to do the button at all. You just want to dodge attacks. You can do that. Potion. You'll notice there as well, if you have an overstock of potions, then Clive will automatically use them as well. So just make sure you're aware of that. It'll always stock you up if you need to. But there's a limit to the items, which I think is interesting. It's something to manage when you're doing dungeons. That you're not just going to have like 99 potions at your disposal that you can just spam. You're just going to have what you can carry. Or, you know, you'll top up as you go along here. So we're going to head our way up here. Up we go. And so if we get ourselves here, it should automatically dodge these attacks if I don't really do anything. So he's just going to move out the way like that. So I'm not even going to have to do anything at all to be able to dodge out of the way of the oncoming attacks. Even while you're kind of mid-attack, we'll still do that. So I can just concentrate on doing my attacks here, and I haven't got to worry too much about doing anything too defensively, even with the guy here, which is kind of causing a bit of a problem. Yeah. So that's that done there. So that's basically what the rings will kind of give you in terms of a sense. For me personally, I actually just like using the Ring of Timely Focus. It just helps a little bit. Like, you can still get hit if you miss it, but it gives you that slight window of opportunity to kind of hit a dodge. So I quite like it. It works with my style. Because I'm not great at action games, but this kind of helps you out here a little bit. I believe we can kind of drop into here for another item as well. Oh, hang on, I've cancelled out that. There we go. automatically used. But let's head on over to the main area here.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
It might not be. There's nothing else new here. That's cool. But we're going to get another boss fight here as well, actually. So... Wait.
Sneaky sods.
It says on the active Time Lord that these goblins have their own language, so they're actually communicating with each other when they're making those noises. It's not just you know, a noise for the sake of a noise.
He's the leader.
But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Wow.
Care to thin the
Right, so we got the guys here. The goblins don't take too much to really kind of take care of here. Any more?
And there was one.
But now we're going to get the big boy coming in. Ooh. I love the music change though. It's so good. Gotta sort the bed, kids out to bed. Mate, no worries, buddy. Thank you so much for dropping by, Fuzz. Always a pleasure to have you come down. You have yourself a good evening, mate, alright? Right, we're gonna get ourselves for the precision dodge here.
Swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Wow. That was a bit of an early one there. I messed that one up a little bit. Yeah. Always got to get those counter strikes in, which is a really good key way of being made sure we because it really helps the stagger, which is what you want to try and do, is make sure you're evading and countering to kind of get the stagger gauge up as high as possible. Oh, these poor lads. Staggered up, and now we can start using the abilities here. So hit them when they're down. That's where you want to use your big abilities as much as you can. There we go. Oh, I did it way too early. Let's pop a potion. There's the stagger. We should get the guy down now. There we go. Wonderful stuff. There we go. And we level up as well. So now level 6. Fantastic. And we get the get a nice little hard leather armlet as well. So we get to equip that for some nice defense.
Come back and fight, you coward!
Off it goes. It runs off here. Right. Gear and abilities. So we can equip it. So we can get in here and grab the armlet. Gets defense up by 10. So that's always really good. And grab a high potion as well, which is awesome. And another normal potion. Fantastic. We're just going to run after this dude here. Oh. And we're going to be facing a second boss very soon. I like this boss fight. It's a really good fight.
This ends now.
Oh. Oh.
What's in there?
Ooh. Oh my god, grotesque as ever.
It's not safe.
Yeah, so I like the fact that they're, you know.
Clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse
Right,
than its
take
bite.
round to the back here. And miss out for these and make sure we get the dodges in. I try and keep round the back. It kind of keeps away from its mouth, which is where you don't want to be. Just get bad breath, bad breath. Oh.
That reeks. He said, stay away from its mouth.
Oh, I was dodging there. Get those shift strikes in are a really nice ability to work on as well. It does help. Right, get rid of some bad breath. Stagger gauge is nearly there. Oh. There we go. Stagger gauge is down. Get it, iconic move. And 2,000 worth of damage over the stagger period. Fantastic. And it's going to dig its way down. And we get a little QTE coming up as well. So. Way. So make sure with these QTEs that you do these, because you get a wonderful, nice bit of stagger as well. So it's a cinematic strike. You get plenty of time for it, but it's an instant stagger, which is absolutely brilliant. Try and work on that.
Now, before it recovers.
I don't think we're going to get much more. There we go, just over 2,000. That's great. Got a lot of health this thing as well, so. Whee! Whee! Get those precision counters in. It's actually quite worth, like, just kind of making sure you get those counters in. Whoa. There we go. Oi, parry. Use the square this opponent attacks to carry it. Love it. Make sure you get those sort of like shift strikes in. They do good damage as well. Wow, got loads of damage on there. We're going to get another QTE coming up. We should get another instant stagger if we can do this properly as well.
I cannot fall here.
Oh no, it's the dodge, isn't it? There we go. Boom. Ha! It's staggered anyway.
My lord.
There we go. Right. Last little bit to work through here. Oh, Wild Rage.
I think we've made it angry. I'd rather we made it die.
Wild Rage again.
That's right.
It makes it kind of vulnerable as well. We're almost there with this as well. Yeah, there we go. Love it. I think we get another level up as well, I think. Here we go. Up to level 7. No spoilers. But yeah, not actually a Marlborough, but a Marlborough. So it's like maybe a smaller version of the Marlborough, and we're going to see something even bigger. Who knows?
Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but Morbles too.
Morbles?
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
God, just like leave it, just like lying there. God, if there's one creature that you wish was not in real life, it's the Marlborough, really. Right, so now we are travelling up to... So I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of like how the map system will work. It will be like a fast travel map. Rather than being actually able to kind of like move around. They're just going to be sort of locations that you can just travel around to. So here we go. Phoenix Gate. So this is our last sort of area of the story here. Sometime later.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming straight down a Morva's gullet. More tales!
Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
Well, yeah. He is yet to be seen in this part. He doesn't like his vegetables. So I don't know if there's more to be kind of like looked at here as well. So you obviously get an idea of the Phoenix Gate. Going on to here. They haven't released a trophy list yet. No, they have not. I was a bit concerned that they might have something related to completing the prologue being a trophy, but maybe not. These all get updated as well. No, they've not released a trophy list. I'm so keen and eager to kind of see what it is, what's going to be on there.
Just a little tired.
Well,
They have sort of said, I remember seeing somewhere that nothing's been tied to the harder difficulties.
They all like Clive, don't they?
I don't know if I like it or I don't, because they're kind of part of the game.
Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very...
Be interesting to see if they make it a trophy in terms of maybe a DLC trophy or something. Might add it in.
Father, why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? Doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an Eikon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with
Apparently the harder difficulty has a scoring system.
So that is what
a scoring system. Oh, what do you mean, like a not like Devil May Cry when you're going to get like an S rank or something like that based on how well you do. You're just going to score points. I know that that's in... I know you can do that in the like the battle arena, like in the hideout. You're able to do like an arcade mode there and do sort of like fights, gauntlets, boss battles and things kind of like that. And then you can get scored and that's like a leaderboard type thing. I'm pretty sure.
Louder, my friends. Louder.
But that will be interesting if you can get a full playthrough game mode where you get scored. Yeah. Now, because this is technically a PlayStation exclusive, I don't know like how PlayStation works with their trophy list, if they'll make it very difficult. But I would wager there might be something similar to how like 7 Remake had theirs, where like they did have a New Game Plus kind of trophy as well, so technically on hard difficulty. So I'm beginning to wonder if this will have one. I suppose technically it's not a first party, it's third party exclusive, isn't it?
So this is where you've been hiding.
This is why this demo takes like 2 hours, because you've got all these cutscenes like to kind of get through before we kind of get into the next bit of gameplay. This is a very nice bit of gameplay though.
For cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like.
Yeah. Oh, Torgal, like sitting there asleep on the stoop.
You were Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lordling. If I didn't
Lordling.
have a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
Poor Joshua's got a point though. That's what they do believe in.
Brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Poor Joshua.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe, no matter what. However however hard it gets.
It's good to get the context behind some of his powers here.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself. Right?
There we go,
I should
Joshua.
inside. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, get yourself to bed,
Good
mate.
night, Torgal.
Torgal. Oh, I love him. He's the best boy. Oh, this is where things are going to get a little bit dark now. But it's 9:25, so it's past watershed, so...
Supplies from the capital.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Spare a barrel for the boys on duty, eh?
What in the...
Assassins, though.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
I'm just trying to think to myself, like, do I see that bloke later on here? I'm trying to think if I do. Right, so this is actually quite an interesting piece of the game here where we actually get to play as Joshua. He has a few interesting moves that he does actually know how to do. I wonder if this is a look at future Clive's abilities. Because Joshua, as the Phoenix here, is pretty powerful. It's amazing how his hair is still immaculate though, isn't it?
Is that...
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well.
Come on, Wade. Let's go, buddy.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Yeah. Okay. So Wade has been updated as well. It's always worth checking these pages every now and then. If you're, interested in a lot of the story, the lore, what's going on, who the characters are. It's a nice ability. Get a little light. Okay.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Don't know where we're meant to be going. Let's follow Wade anyway. It's quite the linear path though we've got to follow. We don't really get too much choice as to where we can go.
What was that?
I have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness! He's not one of us!
No, I must must do my duty.
There we go. So he has quite a strong, powerful magic ability that we can do. But he also has like Curaga, which does like a full party heal.
They were laughing.
I'd wonder if this is something that Clive is going to have the ability to do later on.
Why would the Empire?
We must find my father.
Let's move on. There we go, straight through here. You see it takes it out of him a little bit.
Damn it, the bastards are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this? They're our allies.
Well, maybe not so much anymore. Okay. It's that way, is it? Oh yeah, I remember. There's nothing down there. I remember looking. It's always good that you can kind of check to see what way you actually need to go.
I have the dominant.
That's it. Good teamwork. Good teamwork. There we go.
Tyler.
Oh, he looks in bad shape here.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
He's the Phoenix.
Your Highness,
Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
I'll hold them off.
It's Clive.
Clive!
Joshua, come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Oh. Managed to heal him.
Your Grace, Lord Murdoch.
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Uh-oh.
We cannot stay here.
Right, it's
We
time
should
to
head straight
escape,
the
I think,
rear gate.
everyone. I think we're going to get out of here. What about Torgal? Where's he?
Omnia lost Alan, Tuisa Gelif. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
Oh dear. Oh, they're after them.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
No, Clive is your shield.
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Oh. Right, off we go. I like that moment though. The moment between these two. It's basically their goodbye. Right, let's go do this. So I might get some active time lore here, which is interesting because you get the bird as well, which is... We don't obviously get much clarification as to like what that is. So there's a lot of information there. Obviously read that through when you can play through the game yourself. But here we go.
Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead. I think it's nice to see like about the getting these abilities.
Damn it all.
There's so much possibilities of what you're able to actually do. But we're going to continue on here. I don't think there's too much distance we're going to go to. Ugh. Ooh.
Captain! Take them.
Yeah. You guys can try.
Let none escape.
As you command.
Let's go, boy.
You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
Easy.
That's them done. Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
I love it though. The Dragoon looks really cool.
Clive, look out!
Ooh.
May I have this?
Gotta love a Dragoon though.
He's an Imperial Dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Not that it will save you.
Come on, get that stagger going. Woo! Jump. Yeah.
Stay still, damn you!
Staggered it down. Come on. He's got quite a defense on him though. Still got about 2,000 damage on him, which is great. He's dead down here.
He's open! Now, Clive! Have at it!
There we go. I should probably get another ability on. There we go. Volcanic ability. Woo! Awesome.
You're going to regret that, boy.
Am I? Am I? Double jump though. Oh!
Your time is past! That's right. Come on. Not quite.
Yes.
That's right. Not quite. I'm not done yet.
He's gonna stagger. Yes. Every fight in this demo is just epic. It is. It is Pete. Absolutely. I think we level up again. There we go. Let me get a few levels up here. And no spoils. Like, the first few battles aren't massively difficult to get through. I think you're generally going to be fine to get through these. The iconic challenge in the second demo is a good chance to really get sinking your teeth into the combat system.
Not yet.
I was hoping to have been done with this demo by now.
Not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday, in Rosalith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
So this is our first sort of sense of what's happening with Clive here. So from what I understand, it's the Eikons that give their power to a dominant, right? And Joshua's already the, you know, the dominant for fire in terms of the Phoenix, which is where the conflict really kind of comes into it. Oh, Torgal.
Thank goodness.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Oh, no. The poor Chocobo.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
Oh.
You honorless snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Run, Joshua, run!
No!
This bit is just like such an intense moment.
You have to keep Father safe.
I have to. I had to. Clive,
I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Oh.
Kill him! Now!
Phoenix.
Phoenix has risen.
The Phoenix!
Joshua! On Murdoch! Highness! Joshua! Stop this! He's lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him.
No, my lord! Fall back!
Clive!
Oh. Oh, Ambrosia. Well, now we're going to get ourselves into the actual Eikon battle itself here.
Joshua, are you in pain? Not now. Come on! You're his shield. Do your duty. Save him.
My lord?
Whoa. So, is there any active time lore that we can look at here? Because you've got the Phoenix, but nothing to do with the sort of man of fire that's been brought between us.
Second icon of fire. That's impossible.
So yeah, it's not possible for there to be two icons of fire by the sounds of it. Here we go. Whoa.
Who are you? Leave me.
Right, so we've got somewhat of like an on-the-rail shooter here, which is what we're looking at. Oof. But here we go. Where we started our journey here today. Ooh. So we've got our very simple controls of just aiming and firing. Once it hits towards us, so there's an element here where you do need to do enough damage. Like if you keep missing, you're going to end up in trouble later on in the fight. So you need to make sure that you're staying on top of where he's jumping to. Just so you can kind of get the battle won. Oof. Come on, Phoenix. Let's go here. Right, so we're back on the shooting now. Got to get those dodges down as well, as best you can. Keep an eye on his movements. I don't think that's too much of a bother now. Where's he gone?
I have to stop him. I have to save them.
You actually get a lot of damage done in these like QTE sections as well, so you'll make sure that you really concentrate in. The music's just incredible though. Oh. If you've got a really good like bassy sound system, like this is really gonna bang, I tell ya. Woo. Yeah. Just over halfway through the damage dealt here. Oh man, like just the absolute chaos there is. How you doing, MRX? I've just seen you popping on there. I've lost where he's gone now. There he is. Today playing a demo. Yes, we are indeed. Yes, we are, mate. I thought we'd get streaming this one. Bonus stream. Have you managed to play this as well, MRX? Have you been playing this one? Right, we're back in again. I know some people kind of like laugh at the whole, like, you know, on the rail shooter type thing. But like the whole thing is just such incredible spectacle. He's going to start to summon his Hellfire move in a moment. Damnation in. Oh, 4, 3, 2. We got it. Well, I say we got it. I was just looking on the internet last 24 hours. Of course, not playing. The prologue, it Flames of Rebirth. That's it. Fight completed. Woo! There's no active time lore for us to kind of get into here, so... Oof. Oh. Oh, the poor people there. Go on, Joshua. I think the prologue does a really good job of setting everything up. You know, we're only obviously playing the very, very beginnings of the game here. But this scene is just really, really hard to watch. Do you saw the Lady Warrior character called Benedicta, Dad? Yeah, yeah, she's Garuda.
Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
Joshua! Stop it! Stop it! I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it!
It's really brutal, isn't it? Like he gets one last bit of effort, and then his face just gets bitten off. And I would imagine that now the Icon of Fire has taken that power of fire by destroying the Phoenix.
Murderer. I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!
That's it. I believe... Oh, no. We've got one more little scene, haven't we? Yeah. Very brutal.
Quite a mess that monster made.
Quite makes me think about like Final Fantasy XII, like with the Empire. Was it like a Bramph? Like with the.
Oh, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Joshua was my world, and now he is gone. I can only pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
I see. Your Grace, over here.
Yeah, I got serious FF12 vibes too. Yeah, I think it's just the whole kind of setting with it. It's very similar. Like, I get the whole kind of like... There's going to be like the Empire here.
No need for that. Kill him. Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
I don't really understand why she kills those though. Poor handmaidens.
Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Fun times. Oh. Now it's it. That was it. There it is. Final Fantasy XVI. The prologue. Thank you for playing. Well. That's it. It's going to take us back to the main screen here, I think. I don't need to do that. Alright, just create new save data then. Fine, whatever. Can I just go back? There we go. Cool. Right, I wondered if I had enough time to do this, but I didn't. I wanted to try and go and do the iconic challenge, which is, in all honesty, it's well worth doing. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go there, because it gives you Eikon abilities for Titan, Garuda, and Phoenix, and you can actually kind of play around with those. You even get a lot of ability points where you can kind of upgrade a bunch of stuff. So you can kind of have a little bit of a play around with that. It gives you a little bit of leeway to kind of like do that. And you get the Benedicta fight, which is a real challenge. You get to really kind of go into that. I would say the other thing that you have in there as well in terms of the rings is the ring of assistance, which is automated toggle, which I've heard is pretty useful. So definitely have a play around with those if you haven't already. All right. I do like the Lady Benedicta, Dad. She's a very interesting character, mate. Very interesting character. I'm just going to bring my full screen back up here, guys. Let's turn that down slightly here. Yeah. So I was hoping to have a bit more time. It takes about half an hour or so to get through the demo, and I don't have that availability to be able to do that right now. So who knows, might jump on here again and do this another time. I don't have any major plans to do FF16. I kind of want to play it more casually by myself first. People have asked me about whether or not I'm going to stream it. I will probably eventually stream it. I would imagine I might stream one of the harder difficulties. So I might just do a sort of a blind run for myself and get that kind of like, you know, if I stream it, then I'm restricting myself as to when I can play it. And I really want to settle down with this game when it comes out. So we'll be continuing with FF9, of course, from Friday. So we'll be back here again with that. As always, team, you can get yourself liking, subscribing up to the channel. You can always check me out over at Twitter at @thisplatinum. You can go and check me out over there. And I'll let you guys know when we're going live. But yeah, next one will be Friday at 8 PM for you guys, UK time. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Final Fantasy XVI demo here. Let us know down in the comments if you are picking up the game when it does finally come out. You're very welcome, Maxine. I'm sure I was lurker commentary for you for this evening. I'm glad I could keep you company. Yes, I've just seen your comment on MRX. It's YouTube still blocked it. I'll show it. Another moderator just handled this. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so Benedicta is the lady. You get to fight her in the iconic challenge. That's who you get to face. So definitely go over there and go and check out the rest of the demo if you haven't already. Wonderful, guys. Okay, I hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday. If not, team, take care of yourself and remember to keep hunting those trophies. Goodbye, everybody. Take care, guys. Thanks a lot for coming down.